And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. I think I said the word network. Network is on the air. As soon as I work on my speech therapy today, then maybe we'll get this thing going. Anyway, welcome to the broadcast. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Elsberry, Missouri, where today we are going to see a varsity softball game between the visiting North County. Okay, let me start over here. Let me just go home and go to bed and get up, try this again. North Callaway Lady Thunderbirds and your hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. The Lady Thunderbirds this year are 5-5 on the season, 3-1 in the conference, and they let's see. They defeated Van Far the other night, 20-5, and Van Far defeated Elsberry 11-1. But yet, there's been other games that have gone just exactly the opposite. So you just never know from one night to another what's going to happen. The Elsberry Lady Indians are now 4-5 on the season, following a couple of really tough losses this week, where they just couldn't generate any offense whatsoever. And but those are behind us. Let's get this game going and do a whole lot better this game. Let me go over the starting lineup for the Lady Thunderbirds. Again, this is North Callaway Lady Thunderbirds, and they are coached by Mariah McKee and Kaylin Meyer. And leading off for North Callaway will be number 14, Ellie Eckert, the shortstop. Number 12, Haley Kimbley, the pitcher. Number 11, Michaela Pinnell, the third base. Number 16, Clara Moser, first base. Number 26, Haley Garrett, catcher. Number 1, Rael Schmock, second base. Number 7, Jalen Leibel, or something bull. And my phone rings. Let me not answer that. Let me shut it down here. Number 9, Mackenzie Eaker is left field. Number 8, Kyanne Kellerman is center field. That's the starting lineup for the North Callaway Lady Thunderbirds. And they are out on the field right now. Actually, they're coming in. And I have not seen the umpires yet, so maybe they won't start this game too awful early. But playing tonight for the Lady Indians, leading off is number 9, Tyra Henderson, shortstop. Number 13, Emma Flaster, second base. Number 15, Kylie Kinsler, third base. Number 19, Morgan Jones, first base. Number 3, Peyton Robinson, right field. Number 20, Kelsey Flaster, left field. Number 16, Mackenzie Gladney, catcher. Number 12, Bella Mozzie, the designated player. Number 2, Tiny Henderson, center field. And number 11, Addison Steele. She's the flex player, and she is pitching. And I'm kind of keeping a watch on there's some clouds up north of us, and I've already looked at them on the radar. And these clouds are leaking a little bit up around the county line. Hopefully they will stay to the north, and we'll get this ball game in. Really wouldn't mind a little bit of rain. It's somewhat dusty around here. And I wouldn't mind a little bit of rain just to cool things off a little bit. This 185 degrees and 219% humidity in September is not exactly conducive to an old body like mine. So let's get some rain in here, but let's get the game over first. Before we get the game going, let's take a break here and listen to a couple of commercials.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back. And as you can see on your screen, the umpires, coaches, captains, everybody's out at the home plate discussing what the game's going to be like. And see how fast they can play it to get out of here. And not really. They like being out in this heat and humidity. And actually, the sun's kind of doesn't seem to be quite as bad right now. My iPad has not had a heat stroke yet. I'm looking for that to happen any time now. But yeah, I mean, you can see them out on the field. They're giving them some ground rules. And talk a little bit about the games coming up. See, this is Thursday, so we got a football game tomorrow night at Van Far. And one of the problems at Van Far is their cell signal there is not very good, and I use a hotspot to get the signal out. So I'm hoping that they have some kind of a hard wire now for the internet, and I can use that. Otherwise, it's not beyond the realm of possibility that I'll have to record the game. Well, I will be recording the game anyway because that's how it gets to the radio station. But I'll record the game, and then I just might have to, like I said, upload it from home after I get home from Van Far. But the complete game will be there. There won't be any cell signal disruption or anything like that, like we get so much of the time. I wish we had a better way of getting the signal to you, but I think those satellite trucks you see with the news stations and everything, they probably cost a little more than the budget that we have for these games. So, all right, handshakes all around out there, and it's 2 minutes to 5. I imagine they'll be starting this game here pretty quick.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabanks do.
Okay, let's get ready to start this game. Leading off for North Callaway is number 14, Ellie Eckert, shortstop. Addison Steele to pitch. Catching is Mackenzie Gladney. And there's a ball one to lead off. Ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to start off this game. There's a ball hit down the first base line, and it's going into right field. And she's going to be into third base with a triple. Peyton Robinson had to feel that way down in the corner. Morgan Jones just couldn't get over to the line in time. Brings up Haley Kimbley, the pitcher. Swinging a miss, strike one. And that ball got away. I was holding up on saying anything until I could see exactly what happened. The ball got away from Mackenzie Gladney and came back a few feet. But Ellie Eckert knew better than to try to come home. There's a foul tip, straight back. 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes on Haley Kimbley. Runner at third, nobody out. There's a high putt foul back behind us. Remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a foul tip right off the edge of Gladney's glove. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball hit right to shortstop. Throw over to first in time. Runner on third could not advance. So 6-3 put out. Makes 1 out. Runner still on third. Tyra Henderson snatched that ball up and threw it to first. Brings up Michaela Pinnell. She is third base. And that ball gets away from Gladney, and a little bit of hesitation there on Ellie Eckert at third base. I thought she was going to try it. She just wasn't sure where that ball was. There's a foul ball. Hit down the first base line, dropped foul. No balls, 2 strikes. And there's a foul ball right towards my truck. I'm going to have to start bringing a garage with me. Remains no balls, 2 strikes. Ball high. Ball outside. Two balls, two strikes, one out, runner on third. Swing and a miss, strike three. All right, that's two outs. Leadoff triple still down there on third. Brings up Clara Moser, first base. Swing and a miss, strike one. The ball down in the dirt, and Gladney got down on that and saved it. Swing and a miss, strike two. One ball, two strikes. Foul tip right to my head. Remains one ball, two strikes. Swing and a miss, strike three. So after a leadoff triple, then it was three straights out. So at the end of half an inning, no score. Take a break.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back for the bottom of the first inning. And we've got a little bit of a breeze blowing here. It's not much. I think maybe a butterfly flew over, and that's the breeze we have is from their wings. But we do have just a little bit. So it's not quite as stifling as it has been. But leading off for Elsberry is number 9, Tyra Henderson, shortstop. And my iPad has had a heat stroke, so I don't have any kind of stats right now. There's ball one. Maybe after it cools off after a while, I can have some batting stats on these Elsberry players. There's a call strike, 1-1. Ball hit between second and first, and Tyra is on with a base hit. So leadoff base hit for Elsberry. Brings up number 13, Emma Flaster, second base. Ball high and quick throw down to first, and Tyra's back in time. Call strike one. And Haley Garrett, their catcher, is keeping a close eye on Tyra down at first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. 1 runner on. Top of the or bottom of the first inning. Ball hit to second base. She is out, and Tyra's safe at second base. Tyra took off with the pitch, and she was able to get in there. Otherwise, that could have been a double play. Brings up number 15, Kylie Kinsler. Ball high. And their catcher, Haley Garrett, is keeping just as close eye on Tyra down at second as she was when she was on first. Foul tip. Strike one. One and one on Kylie Kinsler. She squared up to bunt and missed it. And Tyra had taken off, and she was halfway to third base, and they got her back. And she's lucky that nobody was covering second base. Otherwise, she might have been hung out to dry. Swing and a miss, strike three. Brings up number 19, Morgan Jones. And if I remember right, she was either top or next to the top in the batting average. I believe she was top. Like I said, my iPad had a heat stroke. There's ball one. Swing and a miss, strike one. One out, one runner on. I'm sorry, 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a base hit into right field, and it gets past right field all the way to the corner. Tyra's in, and Morgan is on with the stand-up triple. So a 2-out triple scores 1 run. So maybe Elsberry has found a little bit of offense now. Brings up Peyton Robinson. There's a foul ball back behind us. Strike one. Peyton is a right fielder.
P-Rob, you a hitter, girl. Come on, let's go.
There's There's a ball, one strike. Got away from Haley Garrett, but she kept it in front of her. Kept Morgan Jones on base. There's a ball hit hard over third base. Morgan Jones is in. And Peyton Robinson looked at third and decided against it. But anyway, she got a double. All of this with 2 outs. Brings up Kelsey Flaster. Left field. Once again, runner on second base.
Finish tall, finish long.
Left fielder Kelsey Flaster, first pitch. Pitch is low, and Peyton Robinson is into third with a stolen base.
Short too long through.
So Peyton Robinson just 60 feet away from being run number 3. Kelsey Flaster's wanting to be the one to put her there, and there's a foul ball over to the left side. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kelsey Flaster, left field. All right, they have Peyton Robinson in a rundown. And the ball is thrown away, and she comes home. That's why you don't give up on a rundown. So Peyton Robinson scores on as she was caught between third and home, and she ends up scoring. Kelsey Flaster still at bat. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a high fly ball into center field. Actually, it's second base has it. It didn't go as far as I thought it was going to go, but either way, the Elsberry Lady Indians score 3 runs at that inning. So at the end of 1 inning, we have a score of Elsberry 3, North Callaway 0.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these 2 schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right. North Callaway is going to be bringing up number 26, Haley Garrett, catcher. Addison Steele out there warming up. Throw down to third. Back to the pitcher circle. And they toss around a little bit before handing it off to Steele. And I tell you what, that half inning I think did as much for confidence for Elsberry as anything they could have done after these last 2 games. They just couldn't seem to get anything going. And now they showed what they're capable of. So hopefully they can keep this going throughout the rest of the season. First pitch is a call strike on Garrett. Pop foul back behind us, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikes, 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Brings up Rael Schmock. Second base, number 1. There's a little dribbler foul to the right side. Strike 1. Ready for the second pitch. Ball high. There's a base hit into the left side. Brings up Jalen Liebel. I'm going to take a guess that it's Liebel. She's a right fielder with 1 out and 1 runner on. There's a call strike. There's a ball hit to shortstop, over to second in time. Not in time at first. So they get the lead runner. And Jalen Liebel's on with the fielder's choice. Brings up Mackenzie Eaker. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Glad he's keeping a close watch on Liebel down at first base. Here's a foul fly, goes out of play. It hit the top of the dugout over there, and I saw some stuff go flying. No balls, 2 strikes on Eaker. Hard hit ball, but it is right to Tyra Henderson at shortstop. So, at the end of 1.5 innings, the score is Elsberry 3, North Callaway 0. Let's take a break.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, we are back. And looks like my iPad has revived a little bit, so I can give a few batting stats. Batting, pitching, fielding. I got all kinds of stats here, way more than I understand. But what I do understand is the score is 3-0 in the bottom of the second for Elsberry as they come up in their half of this inning. And leading off for Elsberry is going to be number 16, Mackenzie Gladney, the catcher. Mackenzie bats from the right side. Through 9 games, not including any of this game, Gladney's hitting .208 this year. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Foul ball to the left side. Remains 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Bottom of the second inning, nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike three. Brings up number 12, Bellamazzi, designated player. Bellamazzi bats from the left side. Swing and a miss, strike one. There's a, and that's that ball. See if I can describe it here. That ball was hit to shortstop, but it dropped just in front of the shortstop, and they could not get it over to first base in time. So Bellamazzi is on first with a single, a one-out single. Brings up number 2, Tiny Henderson, center field. Tiny also bats from the left side. She slapped the ball up between second, and they tried to underhand the ball over to shortstop, and she could not grab a hold of that ball, and they did not maintain control of it when Bellamazzi came on to second, so everybody is safe. So 2 runners on, 1 out. Brings up Tyra Henderson. She's batting .375 this year. Ball 1. Both runners took pretty good jumps with the pitch. They're not allowed to lead until the pitch is thrown, but they both jumped pretty good. Ball hit sharp to shortstop, and she could not handle it. And so Tyra's on with a base hit, and we have bases loaded for Emma Flaster. So Emma Flaster, she lined out to the second base her first time up. Nice hit ball, but it's foul down the first base side.
Good mindset, 1-3. Good mindset.
Strike one on Emma Flaster.
Hey, hard up the box. Come on. Hard right back up the middle.
Hard hit ball out into right center. Right fielder knocked it down. 1 run is in. Ball into the pitcher. 2 runs are in. And Emma Flaster's on first base with 2 RBIs. And let's see, it's going to be Tyra Henderson on third base.
Put your head on it here, kid.
Okay, that brings up Kylie Kinsler.
Got him?
Kylie's batting .250 for the year coming into this game. She takes a strike. Runners on second and third. Swing and a miss. Catcher throws down to third base, gets Tyra back. So Emma Flaster on second. Tyra's on third. There's ball one. Their catcher is keeping close eye on those runners. Swing and a miss, strike three. Throw down to third, but not in time. Okay, that's 2 outs. Brings up Morgan Jones. 2 runners still on. We've had 2 runners cross the plate so far this inning. Morgan Jones had a triple her first time up, scored our RBI. There's a call strike way out on the outside corner. Hard hit ball out into left field. And it is to the fence. 2 runs are in. And there is Morgan with another triple. Brings up Peyton Robinson. Swing and a miss. Throw down to third. And they have her in a rundown, and she is out. That was Morgan Jones thrown out trying to come home. But at the end of 2 innings, score is now 7-0. Elsberry over North Callaway.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right, first pitch to Cayenne Kellerman. Their center fielder is a swing and a miss, strike 1. Top of the 3rd inning. Score 7-0, Elsberry over North Callaway. Second pitch is a foul ball, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is 4 strikeouts so far for Addison Steele. Brings up the top of the order for North Callaway. Number 14, Ellie Eckert, their shortstop. Ball down low. Gladney was able to get behind it. And a call strike, 1-1. Ball 2. Foul tip back behind us. Strike 2. 2-2. Inside, full count, 3-2. I believe that's the first full count I've seen tonight for either side. I know we haven't had a walk. Hard hit ball to center field. Tiny is there and has it. That young lady can cover some ground out there. So that's 2 outs for North Callaway in their third inning. Brings up Haley Kimbley. Hard hit ball to first, but Morgan picks it up and steps on first base for the third out. So 1-2-3 inning. And at the halfway through the third inning, it is still Elsberry 7, North Callaway 0.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
All right, leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Lady Indians is going to be Peyton Robinson, right field. She was at the plate. She was at the plate batting whenever Morgan Robinson got caught between third and home and was subsequently tagged out for the third out. Last time, first inning when Peyton was up, she got herself a double, and it scored a run. She's not going to be able to do that this time without a home run. There's nobody on base when you're leading off. But she's got that neat-looking hair bow in her hair, so. All right, first pitch to her. Pitch to shortstop, and it is thrown over there just in time. Okay, with 1 out, Kelsey Flaster is up to bat. She's left fielder. She flied out to second base her first time up.
Just see it. Swing hard. See it all the way through contact.
There's a ball.
Way to leave that out there, kid. Way to leave that out there.
Ball 2. No, I'm sorry. I miscounted. 3 balls. No strikes. Call strike 1. And there's ball 4. First walk of the night, and it belongs to Kelsey Flaster. Brings up number 16, Mackenzie Gladney, with 1 out and 1 runner on. Every player out there, defense and offense, is looking at their wrist for the play. And there's a throw to second base, and she was out. And I mean, that was a close play. But that leaves Mackenzie Gladney still pitching. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike. No runners on, 2 outs. That was a good throw down to second base by their catcher. Ball high. That's Haley Garrett behind the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a foul tip right over my head. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul tip remains 2-2. Three and 2, full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. They did a lot of damage before with 2 outs, though. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 3 up and 3 down for Elsberry in their half of the 3rd inning. And we go into the 4th inning. Score still Elsberry 7, North Callaway 0.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
All right, we are back for the top of the 4th inning. And North Callaway is going to be bringing up Michaela Pinnell. She is their 3rd base. She struck out her first time up in the 1st inning. And so she gets ready to bat. Addison Steele looking in. Mackenzie Gladney ready to catch. Ball is high. Hard hit ball out into center field, drops in front of Tiny, and she snags it up and gets it thrown in. So leadoff single for North Callaway in the form of Michaela Pinnell. Brings up number 16, Clara Moser, first base. She struck out her first time up. Nobody out, one runner on. Foul tip straight back, and thank God for fences. Foul ball straight behind us, strike two. Ball hit right to the pitcher, but it got past her. But it made it all the way out into center field. It would have been a very defensive catch had she been able to do it. So with nobody out, and North Callaway has a couple of runners on. Brings up catcher Haley Garrett. She struck out her first time up. Swing and a miss, strike one. Called strike. Runners on first and second. No balls, two strikes, nobody out. Top of the fourth inning, 7-0 Elsberry. Foul tip straight back. Remains no balls, two strikes. Swing and a miss, strike three. That is the first out for North Callaway in this inning. Runners stay at first and second. Clara Moser at first and Michaela Pinnell at second. Brings up Rael Schmock. Ball hit to shortstop, one out at third, so they got the lead runner. So a 6-5 put out there. And that is the second out. Again, runners at first and second. And number 7, Jalen Leibel. She reached on a fielder's choice her first time up. Ball high. Ball two. Ball hit back to first. And Addison Steele throws it over to Morgan Jones, and that is out number 3. So North Callaway got some runners on, but they were not able to capitalize on it. And so halfway through the fourth inning, score is still Elsberry 7, North Callaway 0.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, we are back. Bottom of the fourth inning. Bella Mawsey coming up to bat. She reached on a single her first time up. Bella starts on the, she bats from the left side. Next to her and the next batter are both lefties. First pitch is a call strike. Swing and a miss, strike two. So 2 pitches and 2 strikes.
Keep your head on it, drive it right here. Have fun.
Foul ball to the left side. All right, and that was catcher interference. I thought I heard a little extra thump in there. They call that catcher interference. The catcher got her glove up there. So Bella Mawsey is on first with the catcher interference call. Brings up Tiny Henderson, the far-ranging center fielder. She reached in the second inning. Here's a call strike. Strike two, throw down at first base, not in time. Next pitch. And that was a called strike three. So Tiny Henderson is out. She's out in number one. Bella Mawsey on first base. Brings up Tyra Henderson. Ball high. She's reached first base on both times she's been up this game. A little high ball dropped right in. And, okay, what are they calling there? All right, it dropped to the ground. Second base got over there in time to pick it up, and they tagged her out and then dropped the ball, but the umpire said that she had it long enough before she dropped it, that the out is still there. So that's going to be a 4 put out. Okay, there's 2 outs. In the meantime, though, Bella Mawsey is on second base. And Emma Flaster up to bat and takes a call strike. Hard hit ball down first base line, but it is foul. No balls, 2 strikes. There's a base hit up between first and second. And Bellamazzi rounded third, really wanted to come home and changed her mind. So Emma Flaster on base with 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Bellamazzi on third and Emma Flaster on first. Brings up Kylie Kinsler. She's had kind of a tough night at the plate tonight. She has struck out twice. There's ball 1. Ball 2. She squared up, looked like she wanted to bunt. There's ball 3. Haley Garrett, their catcher, is doing a good job of keeping Bellamazzi on third. There's a strike and throw down to third. Call strike. Throw down to third, not in time. There's a foul straight back, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on second and third. So runners will be going on the pitch. Payoff pitch. And it is ball 4. And it gets away from the catcher, and Mozzie is in to score. And in the meantime, let's see, Emma Flaster made it to third, and Kylie made it to second. So that makes it 8-0. And Morgan Jones is up, and the ball falls into right center field, and it's to the fence. And she is rounding second, going into third, and she is out. She is thrown out. And in the meantime, those other two runs should have scored because they were before that. But anyway, that's the end of the 4th inning. Let's take a break.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, this is the team that they started off with this year on being able to score some runs. So, let's see, that was 3 outs for them. And now North Callaway is up with number 9, Mackenzie Eaker. She's their left fielder. Swing and a miss, strike 1. She lined out to shortstop her first time up. Foul tip straight back, strike two. Ball high and gets away. All right, get the scoreboard changed here. We are in the top of the fifth inning. 10-0 Elsberry over North Callaway. One ball, two strikes on Mackenzie Eaker. Little dribbler picked up by Tyra, and she throws, and the ball got away from first, and so Eaker is on her way to second. A rare throwing error by Tyra Henderson. Don't see that very often. All right, with nobody out, North Callaway has a base runner on second base. And Cayenne Kellerman is up to bat. Center fielder, struck out her first time up. She squares to bunt and bunts it foul, and Mackenzie Gladney just almost had that one. It missed her glove by about 3 inches. Squares to bunt and pulls it back, but it's a strike anyway. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second. And Gladney's keeping a close watch on her. And here's a foul back behind us. Remains 0-2. Okay, the umpire's saying 1-2. Hard hit ball into center field. Tiny is under it and has it. And she throws back to the shortstop. So that brings up Ellie Eckert, top of the lineup. High fly ball. Second base is under it, and she has it. That's Emma Flaster out there on second. Brings up Haley Kimbley. Hard hit ball out into left center. Oh! I mean, a dive for that catch. 1 run is in. Ball hits the runner. And bad throw to third or to home plate. So 2 runs scored. But I'll tell you what, Peyton Robinson made one heck of an effort out there in right field to catch that ball. She just couldn't quite get it, and it went on through. So that was actually an inside the park home run for Haley Kimbley, brought in 2 runs. That makes a score 10-2. And there is ball 1 on Michaela Pinnell. There's a foul ball coming down on the right side. Have 1 ball and 1 strike on Pennell. 2 outs. 2 runs are in. Hard hit ball out into center field, and it is out of here. Home run, Michaela Pennell. All right, that makes the score 10-3. All right, in this top of the 5th inning, and North Callaway has put 3 runs on the board, and there are 2 outs. So Clara Moser up to bat next. Number 16, she's her first base. She reached on a single her first time up, or second time up. First time up, she struck out. Hard hit ball out into center, drops in to Tiny. So with 2 outs, North Callaway has another runner on. Brings up Haley Garrett, their catcher. She struck out her last time up, struck out her first time up. It looks like we're having a substitute runner. That's number 3. See, get her name in here. That is Olivia, Olivia Edwards running. Need to give her credit where credit is due. All right, once again, Haley Garrett, their catcher, is batting with 2 outs and 1 runner on. Ball gets by Gladney, and so Edwards is on to second. Okay, we have timeout called here by Elsberry. Got to go out and discuss things. Once again, right now there's 2 outs, and with those 2 outs, North Callaway's managed to bring in 3 runs, and now they have a runner on second base. Haley Garrett up to bat with 1 ball, no strikes, and I guess Elsberry figures they better talk about this a little bit. Just calm down a little bit. They've had everything going right for them this game, and now things are coming back to being normal. But, all right, it looks like they're over. And, I mean, it is normal for the other team to score some runs. You can't expect to shut out a team every time, every game. All right, they are ready to go back. Ball hit back to the pitcher, right over to first base, Morgan Jones, and Haley Garrett is out. 1-3 put out, and that was out number 3. So halfway through the 5th inning, the score is now 10-3, Elsberry over North Callaway. Take a break.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at MedicineShopRx.com.
All right, we are back for the bottom of the 5th inning. The score is 10-3, Elsberry over North Callaway. North Callaway was able to get 3 runs in that last inning. Unlike anything else they'd done in the rest of the game, they were hitting the ball hard, and they got those 3 runs across. It was very decisive. But Peyton Robinson's going to be coming up to bat now. She's their right fielder, and she's had a double tonight. She lined out to shortstop her last time up, but did get that double with a couple of RBIs in the first inning. Inside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Walked her last time up. The geez. And Peyton Robinson is caught between second and third, but she gets back and slides in under the throw. Kelsey Plaster was thrown out at first base, so 1 out. Runner on second. Gladney batting. High fly ball. It's going to be in foul territory. And who was that? That was their shortstop, Ellie Eckert, made a valiant effort to catch that. She slid into the fence as she was trying to catch that. Strike 1 on Gladney. Foul tip, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second. Another foul ball back behind us. Remains 0-2. And whatever rain clouds we were looking at earlier have dissipated. I don't see it. It's a little bit hazy, but there's really no clouds. Ball hit hard but foul into the right field. Again, no balls, 2 strikes. Hard hit ball right to shortstop, and she tags second base for a double play. So, bottom of the 5th, Elsberry 10, North Callaway 3.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right. Let's get this sixth inning going. Coming up for North Callaway, number 1, Rael Schmock. I wish somebody was here to help me pronounce these names. Ryan Schmuck. Ball hit to third base. Throw over to Morgan Jones is a low throw by Kylie Kinsler, but Morgan Jones scooped that up. And that brings up number 7, Jalen Leibel, right field. She hit it back to the pitcher her last time up. Call strike 1. Ball high. Call strike 2. Ball called on the, must have just missed that outside corner. 2-2. 1 out, nobody on base. This ball high and in, so full count, 3-2 with 1 out. And there's a call, strike 3. Two up, 2 down, brings up number 9, Mackenzie Eaker. She is their left fielder. She reached her last time up. Ball right back to the pitcher and over to Jones. No hits, nobody on base. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Score is Elsberry 10, North Callaway 3.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, we are back for Elsberry's half of the 6th inning. And number 12, Bella Mawsey, designated hitters coming up to bat. She reached last time up on a catcher interference call. Call strike for the first pitch. Ball hit to second base and throw over to first, and she is out. Brings up Tiny Henderson. Tiny plays center field quite effectively for Elsberry. She squares to bunt. Third base came in real quick. And throw was down there and just barely got her, but they did get her. So now we have Tyra Henderson up to bat. So with 2 outs, nobody on. Tyra Henderson would like to start a rally here. Ball high. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Tyra Henderson. Called strike. Just caught the outside corner. Ball high. 3 balls, 1 strike. There's ball 4. So with 2 outs, Tyra Henderson's on base. Brings up Emma Flaster. She's reached 2 out of 3 times she's been up to bat tonight. Ball outside. Throw down to first, and Tyra is very casual, and she got back. Ball hit up the middle, and she is safe at first, and Tyra's safe at second. Kylie Kinsler. I don't think there's anybody on the team more due to get a hit than her. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Ball gets away from the catcher just a little bit. She does a good job keeping it in front of her. One ball, no strikes. There's a call strike. 1-1. High fly ball. Center field is under it and has it for the 3rd out. And so 2 runners on. North Callaway left both of, or I'm sorry, Elsberry left both runners on in the bottom of the 6th. But going into the top of the 7th, the score is Elsberry 10, North Callaway 3. Take a break.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, number 8, Cayenne Kellerman is up to bat. Ball low. This is North Callaway's last chance. This is the top of the 7th. Foul ball, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball back behind us, remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Addison looking over towards the dugout. Get some signs from the coach. There's a high fly ball. Tyra's under it and has it for the first out. Okay, top of the lineup for North Callaway. Number 14, Ellie Eckert, shortstop. She had a triple her first time up in the first inning, but hasn't been able to do anything since. There's a called strike. Ball hit up between second and short. And Emma Flaster made quite a dive for that. You no longer see Elsberry on her uniform. But North Callaway has a 1-out single. Haley Kimbley's up to bat now. And there's a stolen base. Stolen base for Ellie Eckert. Good throw down there by Gladney. There's a call strike. Runner on second, 1 out. There's a foul ball right over my head. Brings up 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 runner on second. There's a ball 2. 2-2. Runner on second. 1 out. There's ball 3. Full count. Gladney did a good job of keeping that ball in front of her. 3-2. Runner on second. Haley Kimbley ready for the payoff pitch. swing and a miss, strike three. The ball is dropped. To throw is down there to first in time. So 2 outs. Brings up Michaela Pinnell. She's their third base. So Ellie Eckert is down to third base. She went to third on that strikeout. But there's 2 outs. Ball one. Michaela Pinnell had a home run her last time up. It's a high foul ball. And Kylie Kinsler was right underneath that. And so that's a third out. And that, my friends, is the end of the ball game. Final score is Elsberry 10, North Callaway 3. And let's take a break here, and I'll be back with talk a little bit of post-game show.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, final score, Elsberry 10, North Callaway 3. And the difference tonight, the Elsberry girls were able to get the bat on the ball. They were able to put the ball into play instead of right at a defensive player. And, you know, what was it, the first inning, second inning is when they got most of their runs, but they didn't give up after that. They were able to keep runs coming in throughout the whole game. Defense was also very good. Let's see, Addison Steele, her strikeouts, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts in this, 7 strikeouts in this game. So that's pretty darn good strikeout, considering she doesn't pitch all that much. This was her first complete game this year, I believe. But otherwise, defense was right on all of them. I mean, sure, there was a couple of miscues here and there, but you can expect that. This is not professional softball. But the North Callaway girls, they didn't seem to be hitting the ball real hard. They did have the one home run and the inside the park home run. But the defense of Elsberry also kept them in the game. So that makes Elsberry now 5-5, which again, I feel like they're a better team than 5-5. They'll be coming back and playing again on Tuesday, I believe. Let's get the calendar going here. Yeah, they'll be back playing again Tuesday night at Wellsville. So if you can be there at Wellsville, it's always better if you're there in person to cheer the girls on. If you can't, then join me on YouTube, and I'll bring the game to you. As long as this equipment is working right. I had a little bit of trouble before the game. Couldn't get the camera to communicate with the computer, and I thought I was going to have to do it with just a radio-type broadcast, but all of a sudden it decided to work. But anyway, it worked. And so I guess until Tuesday night, then this is going to be it. I'm going to close out this broadcast. And from Elsberry, where we just saw your Elsberry High School Lady Indians softball team, varsity softball, defeat North Callaway varsity softball by a score of 10-3. This is Kenny Masterson saying good night from Elsberry, and I will see you Tuesday night. Good night, everybody.